Why don't we get mics? Everyone should have mics. Hello. Well, we got a great overview of what handicrafts are, and it all brings to my mind, and we have the secretary of the Housekeepers Association, the National Association, with us, and we have got Sarina, who's the vice president of Lemon Tree Hotels. And how many Lemon Tree Hotels are there? 40, okay. So they, between them, represent a whole lot of hotels, And my question, so I can begin with Vaishali, straight get into the subject. My question always has been that, we have these cookie-cutter hotels, and more because they're all coming from big international brands, I don't see any element of Indian handicrafts anywhere, sort of. The closest I see to anything Indian is some Indian art or Indian sculpture, but I don't see our lovely cloths, our lampshades, the various things that Mr. Rawat just showed in his presentation. I don't see them anywhere. Why do you think so, and how can the situation be turned around?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishali here. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk. As you asked that why the Indian handicraft items are not present in the hotels, what has happened, like if Meluha the phone, it's a contemporary hotel, so you cannot have the Indian kind of a decor. But yes, as a part of making Make in India, from past 2 years, what we have started doing it, any CSR activity. As you know, the Meluha the phone is an environment-friendly hotel. So we do various CSR activities in which we try to promote our local handicrafts. We give the handmade lanterns to the guests. We give MDF wood clocks to them. So we try to promote our local handicrafts by giving the gifts.
That's very token. I mean, like a hotel can generate business worths of crores for our handicrafts people, and our hotels really haven't risen up. There's no point doing a CSR initiative which is like a few lakhs or something like that.
I agree, but there is another thing, like we have the Indian restaurants. So what we do, whenever we do the festivals and all, during that time also we try to promote these things. But yes, at the end, if it's a contemporary hotel, if you have the business traveler hotel, then these things are lacking. But yes, with upcoming hotels, definitely we can, try to promote this handicraft items.
So, what are your thoughts, about this? Like, does the contemporary traveler not want to see something little different and colorful?
Yes, I agree. In Lemon Tree Hotels, we do have Bastar art. Bastar art is from Chhattisgarh, where we are giving, again, it's a CSR activity in Lemon Tree Hotels, where we encourage villagers to make Bastar art for us. That is one initiative. Secondly, we are having art according to the city like Lemon Tree Hotel, Delhi, has got photographs of Delhi. So we have the culture, like we promote the heritage, we promote culture, we promote...
Things like bed covers, for instance?
Yes, I'm coming to that.
I've never seen an Indian bed cover anywhere.
So like, for example, in Hyderabad Hotel in Lemon Tree, we have used a lot of ikat. Ikat is the print from Hyderabad. So that's how we have promoted even the ikat fabrics also, designs, ikat design. So we are taking the cultural inputs from the city as well as if you talk about the art, same way the monuments are the culture related stuff. So we all are doing that way.
Bobby, you've designed a lot of hotels, and restaurants. Now, tell me, how do you see an interest in handicrafts and handlooms? Do you see, as a designer, how do you try to incorporate these elements into what you're doing, into your projects?
There are two kinds of hotels that I see happening. One are the city business hotels, and the others are more to do with a tourist location. It's far easier to use Indian handicrafts and products in these tourist located hotels. For example, We did the Grand Palace in Srinagar for the Lalit Group. There we were able to use a lot of the Kashmiri woodwork as well as their fabric work over bed covers, pillow covers, the inlay woods. Now, I might not be able to do that perhaps for a hotel in Delhi or Bombay or Bangalore.
Why, do you think there's like a mindset problem here?
No, the people who use these rooms, they come with a different mindset, firstly. They have a different agenda in life. They want a really quick service, something that they relate to, which looks more...
You're familiar with,
It's, yeah, firstly, similar stuff in their own home, because homes are now more and more becoming modern, and they want no fuss. Their concept of luxury for a business traveler is not necessarily an intellectual product. They want more gadgetry, they want a good sleeping experience, they want a great shower experience. They're not really looking at, a chair, which is made of Jodhpur, woodwork and all that. So, but whereas, now here we are renovating Taj, Varanasi. We are trying to get in their local, Banarasi silk weave techniques into some of the materials we're using in the hotel. So there are also certain brands that connect with handicrafts. So for a brand like Taj, they are far more sensitive towards promoting Indian art, and I see that more happening with the Indian homegrown brands, also with Lemon Tree, where they are keen on promoting, something that's from the local, that goes also into the city hotels. But I do not see that happening with our international American brands that we also work with, because their design guidelines comes from the US. Yeah. And we have to...
And there is no place for Indian handicrafts.
There is no place. There is no place, unless it's an Indian restaurant or something,
So, Mr. Kumar, one of the early hotels in the city, for instance, was Akbar Hotel. And Akbar Hotel was almost like a showpiece for Indian handicrafts. Of course, later it became the, a property of the MEA. Now, and that was quite some time back. Today, what is EPCH doing to promote the use of handicraft items, handlooms and handicrafts, in hotels? Are you actively engaging with them?
Yeah.
Hotels and restaurants.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. First of all, hopefully I am the only person in a lot of sessions who is a non-hotelier. And first time you have seen that somebody from the craft sector is among us too. We are not marketing as such. We are basically promoting the craft. As a matter of fact, first of all, we have to see the handicrafts segment in a absolutely different format. We should not just see it more as a item of clay or intricate carving of wood or any other material, so that it's not easy to maintain. We have to see from a point of view of the uses. The uses which is the regular uses, that can be first of all replaced with the craft item, like the lighting. Now we have entered into the handicraft which were produced earlier by the same craftsperson in Moradabad in the form of the vases, table vases or other items. The same item has just been now designed by our designers, the NIFT graduate, NID graduate designers, and we have our own design center called National Center for Design Product Development, like the lighting. So these are the lamps which are just placed on in your room, or maybe the floor lamps also. So lighting is the one segment that has very strongly come up and now being imported by most of the countries and even the hotels of the other countries. And most of the brands are now promoting these items, and we have all CE certified and dual certified these products, which are totally safe. So first of all, the replacement has to be not in the form of a craft loan, but it should be more in the form of a uses. Ceramics. The entire ceramics, the porcelain and ceramic. Now we are very strong in porcelain segment. Don't think of China. Rather, the China is now importing. Last year we had exported to China worth of around $20 million of exports we had done from here. So now the people from EU are coming here and they are buying and they are selling over there. And so a lot of our hoteliers are going overseas. They are placing order there, and finally they are getting almost the item which we are doing here. So some of the products are something which you find in Marks and Spencer, you find in Galeries Lafayette, or you find somewhere in Pottery Barn and Williams Sonoma, top stores. These items are available there, and these are very high-end items, high-value items, and the utility items. As far as the promotion you said, how we are entering into it, our exporters were very arrogant, just selling overseas. They were not interested for selling in India. 3 years ago, just we started when we found that China is making inroads here and selling their item here, which are not handicraft, which are basically machine-made items. In the form of handicraft, they are selling here, and then people, because of the price factor and other things, they are just buying here. These items doesn't have any soul in that, just very raw item. So that time we entered into the retail segment here in a very big way. And now the next step is that we should also try that the hotel segment can also be attended. So this is just a beginning from this forum, because BW people, they approached us some time back. And I'm quite hopeful that the hotel industry will very strongly will respond to this call.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of managers here. There are a lot of and a lot of hotels which are upcoming. You know, like Lemon Tree has so many more hotels opening.
Correct.
You know, I think they'll all be looking at Indian handicrafts in a different light if you get into the act.
So we are basically are no more interested just in a CSR call. We have a lot of funds. We have more funds than CSR activities. Rather, we are also putting a lot of money in the CSR activities in the other areas. Mobile education vans we are putting. We have artisan welfare trust. So 7 million artisans are producing. So there it's a call that 7 million artisans who are producing in the country, they are producing the requirement of your regular requirement of your hotel, which is maybe the towel, maybe the weaving, as Bobby mentioned just now, very good quality of the weaves there. The complete range of home furnishing we can give you, complete range of the beautiful wall decor.
Right.
The beautiful wall decor item which I think nobody is otherwise able to find out. Here also some of the painting you will see just outside, very attractive Buddha painting, wall painting, you see that. So all these items, the ceramics products there, so complete dining items that also we are supplying here. EPNS, nickel silver ware. The complete nickel silver plating products are also there.
So you know, clearly we have so much to offer to the international traveler, you know. Okay, the bed and bathroom, I guess, you know, there are areas. But, you know, say, even on the bed, if you have a nice runner, which is of handloom runner, you know.
Correct.
I think, and we are producing such lovely stuff. And I see, you know, in fact, Vaishali, what do you think if hotels, you know, work with artisans, like they have a design center, hotels also, you also work with designers. If you collaborate with artisans, like he was giving the Taj Varanasi instance, how can you collaborate with Taj, you know, artisans, and then EPCH can become your sort of facilitator in that, you know?
We can offer complete cluster approach to you, a complete cluster of the artisans where we can have an interaction with you and we can work with you.
There is something where I think you can be of big assistance to us. One of the biggest problems that we face, as you mentioned, the arrogance. The problem also lies with us. These vendors, they're so good at their work. You know, when I went for the Noida exhibition, it blew my mind that I'm buying some of the Indian stuff from overseas, from Europe, and bringing it back.
Oh, okay.
It happened in 2-3 of my projects where we had ordered stuff from Netherlands, and then we saw that one truck of goods came from India directly to our site. So this happened in the Radisson in Dwarka. You know, we had placed like totally 3 containers of orders. One container came from India itself and created a whole lot of billing problems. Then we figured out that a lot of stuff is getting made in India. Now there is a big problem why these guys do not want to deal with Indians. Its problem lies with us because we do not know how to do fair trade practices with them. You know, they get their money. They get advances full. You know, they have LCs against which the full payment comes in. We guys will, you know, make them cry. You know, in Hindi say, no, rula diya. So
3 months minimum, you know, before
ये देगा बाद में payment देगा, पहले goods भेजो, फिर payment करेंगे. You know, all that stuff happens.
Right.
So you will have to help us to break this. now, like for Lemon Tree, for example,
I visited the fair with Bobby, of course, and it was an eye-opener. They don't want to even talk, you know, and we want to give them business as we are coming up with so many hotels, but they don't want to do business. They say, no, we are not interested even talking. They don't want to give time. And here we are talking about promoting Indian handicraft and Indian accessories
make it
for the
India,
hotels.
basically.
And see how we need to change the mindset of the people.
the quality of the products
It's
was
amazing.
so good. The light fixtures is far superior than what comes out of China. You're surprised. Hence, in our new projects, in fact, that is coming up for Lemon Tree. In fact, some of the stuff is getting made out of Muradabad. The lighting and stuff.
I made it very clear I was the one who has absolutely said that we have been arrogant. Our exporters have been arrogant in the past. So I don't want to say that all exhibitors or all exporters who are working with us, like 11,000 exporters are working with us, and the exhibition which you mentioned, that is organized by us, there are over 3,100 exhibitors in that particular fair, where who's and who of the world buying companies, they are coming there. They visit there and they source the products from there, and definitely you have a right to buy from there also. There now, we had this problem 3 years ago when we started working with the RAI, Retailer Association of India, and a similar forum was there, where Kishore Biani ji, Krish Iyer, and everybody was there. And they said, yes, we have same problem, we want to buy the same product, we want to sell through our major store here, Lifestyle and many other products, other stores. So then we had made a panel, we had a round table there and we had a panel discussion. Finally, we could find serious 1,100 vendors, 1,100 exporters who were really interested for selling to the Indian companies, that means within India. And then we gave them a code called SR code. SR is a code that means a source retail. So all these exhibitors, they were put up in the directory as a source retail, and also there was a logo provided to them and a linkage was given, one-to-one linkage was given only to the registered retailers. That means those retailers, they had shown their interest with us, we brought that group. So it was right now, we have registered around only 800 retailers. We have not allowed everyone. So suppose somebody came with only 2 shops or 3 shops. So our people are not interested because they work in volume. They make a design, and for design there's a lot of cost. Once the design is out and then their design is not patented initially or their design is not registered. So somebody else takes a design and then just for a small order, they lose the basically design input. So that was a fear, that was apprehension with them. Then these 800, 900 retailers have been now put up with these 1,100 source retail people. Now every fair, the number is increasing from 1,100 to 1,200. We started with just 600. Now in 3 years, we have come to 1,100 source retail. Similarly, now we are making a complete similar group for the hotel. So this is our initiative now. I think compliments to BW that they have taken this initiative. Our next step is if BW take an initiative and we can have a round table there also, and then you can make a complete group. We'll have a registered hotelier who will have access to the people who are really interested to sell. So if you go to any other store other than who is putting the SR or some other code for the hotel, they will not entertain. But the person who has given his willingness, then he is supposed to entertain you and is supposed to supply you. Some of the exhibitors whose products are really going to some of these stores, very large stores, like Marks and Spencer or maybe IKEA, and their designs are already having some kind of a binding with the buyer, then they have placed 1 or 2 separate shelf, which are dedicated shelf for the retail. They say these shelves are for now the domestic retails. The rest is only for exports, then we'll not do it. I think this initiative we have started. Next time you are welcome, and formally, not only just a verbal welcome to you, but we'll be making a small system, where through the system we would like that all the hoteliers who are interested, I think, now you can see that it's from the horse's mouth that everybody is interested.
I think this is a very important announcement which has just been made. I think Vaishali represents the Hotel Housekeepers Association of India. And, Serena is a very senior housekeeper. Now, that is one source where you can, procurement managers are another important source of entry into hotels. I guess these are the 2 people you should be interacting with and create this huge market which is waiting to be developed. You know,
And it has to be a win-win situation for the, like.
it will be a win-win situation. Yeah. And you know, okay, so Bikramjit, are you ready with the next session? Oh, it's rare to find silence when I call out the name of Bikramjit. Mr. Patu Keswani? Okay, okay, then we'll just, our next speaker, I think, is sitting with the moderator and discussing the questions that he's going to ask. Bobby, do you have, any thoughts on this initiative? You know, how can we make it? If designers like you, housekeepers, and purchase managers can come together, and
See,
EPCH, then
it's very important
becomes a
that
big facilitator.
you also reach out to all the hotel brands, because end of the day, we are perhaps the only Indian design firm in India that does work for all the big international brands. Yes, we work for the Indian brands, Lemon Tree, Lalit, Taj Group, Royal Orchid, but then we also design for Starwood, Marriott, etc. Now, we are the only Indians doing that, but all the rest of the hotels that's coming up in India are being designed by foreign architects. So it's very important that these hotel brands tell their designers who are sitting in New York, London, Singapore, Bangkok, Hong Kong, that please promote our Indian brands. What they do is they just pick up stuff from brands from the West, correct, okay, and then they specify, and the Indian owners have to just go and buy that. Correct. But if the Indian owner and the brand insists, we want to use Indian-made products, like for example, Restoration Hardware in the US, huge company, very famous. Correct. Now, half the stuff is made out of India, sold at 8 times the price in the US. Correct. Make some design modification, have it made in India, they'll be happy. Even the designers will be happy. Correct. But no one is there to educate them. No one knows all this is happening behind the scenes. If I had not gone for that Noida fair along with Serena, I would not have known that all these good things are happening in our country. It was like a treasure chest, and no one knows about it. So I'm sure there are a lot of designers who will be very happy to work. Just as I got excited being there, I'm sure the same amount of excitement will happen with them as well. But you need to reach out to all of them. The hotel brands need to go and tell their owners, their brands, their operators, their people concerned with the projects, procurement, that please go here for your stuff. You will be able to, other than the technical lights, all the decorative lights, for example, hardware, everything, nearly 100% solution can be got in India itself and at highly competitive prices. Correct. We don't need to go to China and lose our, hard-earned dollars, towards sending the money outside.
It's other way around. We are rather now selling to China.
No, but you'll be surprised in the hotel or the big ones that are coming up.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff from furniture to lighting, everything comes from China.
China's EWU, the place from where most of you are sourcing, we are going to have a big show there. Around 80 exhibitors from our trademark are going to participate in that show in EWU. And the EWU government is providing us the free space and the complete stay and everything over there, just because they want to give full exposure to the Chinese people there, so that they can buy over there. It's the other way around. And as far as the linkage is concerned, I think what is only missing fact is, the missing is only that once anyone who is interested in the product over there, if they are coming there, they are not getting the right person, because there are the people who are really willing to sell, and there are the people who are really willing to buy. But it's not that everybody is willing to sell. So I think you have to reach to the right person. So next time when you are there, before that, we'll let you know what exactly is the panel there, and there will be a place and there will be a forum for you and a separate lounge for you, where all the hoteliers, they are welcome there. They should come to the lounge, and we'll provide you the entire assistance to take you further to the relevant supply source. That would be the entire action plan for you. The next sourcing event is just coming. That is from 18th to 20th of April. That is going to again take place in the Expo Mart at Greater Noida. It is not as large as you have been there in the February or October, but this is in the Mart area. we have 900 permanent showrooms, which is the largest number of the showrooms in the country at one place at the Expo Mart, which is around 2.7 million square feet area spread out in the 60-acre space.
Okay, I think we'll have to draw the session to a close, and where are the gifts? And who's giving them out?
Sir, to give out these gifts, I would request Mr. Dev Malhotra, Group Advisor, Sales and Marketing, Jaguar, to please come and join us on stage. These gifts are courtesy, our sponsor, Hire, event partner, California Walnuts, and luxury partner, Da Milano.